As Tonskanen comes up to the bar. Tonskanen will go ahead and get things moving. Taking her time with it.
Now this is an interesting lineup change we've seen here from Coach Welker's squad, and I'm sure Whitney Snowden, who's the associate head coach, had something to do with it. Kaya Tonskanen making her season debut on this event.
Yeah, and the Maloney pack is perfect. She gets that pirouette cleanly. She's a little bit off center. She scoots it back in, but she goes back outside center here. She's going to go to a giant full to a double tuck. She gets that spin around, and that is a perfect landing. Wow. And Tonskanen's season debut. He's gorgeous.
Kaya Tonskanen, what can't this woman do? I mean, that was absurd. I don't have her written down because she totally came out of nowhere in this rotation. I mean, you know, you'd expect Maya Terry, Raina Lake, Kamara Eccles, who all have been kind of battling it out for that final spot, but Kaya Tonskanen just kind of comes out of nowhere and puts on a show here for Columbia.
Tonskanen, this is the only event she hasn't competed in all year. She's been on floor every single meet, vault every time except Bama, and then was on beam against Iowa State and against Oklahoma. But she's only scored above a 9-9 twice in any event this season. She might get another one here.
MJ Frazier now on the springboard on the horse, her double, and she lands outside.
Way out of bounds.
You know, it was strong in the air, but again, I think she got her core set a little bit wrong to where she couldn't land perfectly. She didn't get the right amount of height she needed, which caused her to land outside of the mark. So that's going to be at least a 0.1 deduction for Frazier. Again, not a super strong showing.
And yeah, that means you may have to keep the score of Disador at a 9.75. Not what you want. I understand this is Florida's weakest event, but you're putting yourself far behind the 8-ball. And wow, Tonskanen on her first time on the bars will come in at a 9.825.
Pretty strong. I wouldn't be shocked if Frazier's isn't the lowest score. I don't think she'll get as low as Disador, but yes, I mean for someone who got a 9.875 last week in her season debut, I think this is definitely a step back for the senior.
And Maya Terry's cast handstand a little bit off. She gets the flip perfectly. The ganger connected to a shoot over is fantastic there. Now going for that cast handstand. It's clean. Two giants to a full twisting double tuck. She lands it.
Maya Terry, her and Kamara, who are finishing out this rotation, both freshmen. Maya Terry, who didn't see official competition until 2 weeks ago on the road against Alabama, got a 9.825, also got a 9.825 last week. I think she's going to break that mold today. That was really, really strong. Her stuck landings have been a big point of concern for her. Again, you know, those skills, on the bar, as you know, no matter how well you do the stick and the finishing out that landing is always going to be super, super important. And she did that, effortlessly, and, executed it just as good as I would really expect any freshman to do. Danny Ferris got a perfect 10 last year on this event. Small hop on her landing. I would say probably the second strongest vault we've seen from Florida. I'd say the strongest we saw was Drazier, and we're getting word in that Frazier score is a 9.65, so I am mistaken. Her score is going to be lower than Disador's, meaning if Disador stands as the lowest score, they're going to have to keep a 9.75.
Yeah, not great, and you're going to have to look at Ferris as it's close, but she may have stepped out of bounds. We're getting the replay now, and Maya Terry notches a 9.9. It looks like Ferris was able to stay in bounds, but Maya Terry, that will be her season high. Obviously, this is only her second time on the bar this season, but as a freshman, to notch a 9.9 is absolutely fantastic as Hannah Horton steps up to the bar. That handstand clean, that pack salto backwards also clean, and she is just swinging right now. That reverse there, also strong. She is not messing around tonight. She wants those points. Gets the split, a little off center, going for the Giants. That's her third. She goes up, she goes out, she lands just about perfectly. A little hop as she brought her legs together, but there may have been a little bit of intentionality behind it, but another great bars performance there.
I think the one thing...
Mathis sends it smack down. Lopez, almost an error there. A great pickup by the Commodores. Lopez, a second shot to run, and almost goes out of bounds, but Mathis reads it well. Lopez, a third chance, and she gets it.
Yeah, that overpass was going to be in. Mathis read it beautifully over on that far side.
It's a hard one to read.
I just said you have to have a lot of Lopez. That was 3 of them. 3 attacks in that one volley. Nowhere else did Salazar look except for Lopez.
Hey, if it ain't broke. Mathis goes. Trying to get the lead to 1 right into the net again.
Yeah, can't have those at this time. That's their 4th serving error. You mentioned how they're in double figures and aces, but it's been a long time since they've had
what's the weather going to be like today?
Blocks 2, 4 for Cali, 3 for Gulf Coast State.
The aces going down substantially. 5 in the first set, 4 in the second, just 1 in this third stanza.
There you go.
Feel like they need this point. Keep Cali out of the red zone, and they won't.
Lopez thought that was going to be an overpass, so she jumped early. You'll see it too. Watch on the left side. Lopez jumped early. So did Otley. Mistimed completely by Gulf Coast State, and that allowed a wide...
Oh, hold on. No, it was a scoreboard error. They were given the point to Gulf Coast initially, and I was very confused.
Yeah, no, it should be because Jacquard took that then as the middle. But yeah, both blockers up front for Gulf Coast State. As you get a look at the Lopez swing. What a save by Mathis on the far side. Line drive hit. Here comes Cali. That near overpass, what looks like to be an overpass. Darvish does a great job saving that off the net for 1, and she only used 1 hand too. So I thought that was picture perfect by the setter. Don't get too aggressive up at the net. Save yourself, one-handed, but then the mistiming for Gulf Coast State, allowing Jacquard just to see the floor wide open. As I said, it could be an ocean. Because that thing, I mean, if you don't have a block up front at all, it doesn't really matter who's up front. Even the setters are going to get kills if you don't have a block up front.
And that 4-point cushion has stayed the entire time. Gulf Coast really going to need a run here.
Yeah, they got it down to 2, and that's when Coach Grimm called the timeout. Cali responding well through whatever methods he made on that timeout. Remember, they got a serving error coming out of that timeout as well.
And a fantastic send down there by Lopez.
And again, it's Ellie Good in the back, attacking when Mossberg's not there. And you're just asking your middles to do so much in the back row. There's only so much they can do, all right? They can't do everything. The middles can't. And Lopez knew that.
Salazar goes. A hard send-off. Blocked down. Cowley trying to get back in system. Gomilanovic sends it down. Mathis, a flying dig. A backward set. Mathis free balls. Gulf Coast getting back in system, and it doesn't matter.
Gomilanovic, that particular save by Mathis, but you're not getting hits off of that. And a line shot for her. How many attacks does she even have? 28 of them already. 32 for Aguilera.
The 4-point lead retains. Sends off. Chance for Lopez again, and she gets stonewalled. Who else? Gomilanovic having herself an absolutely spectacular day.
Well, that set was from Aguilera, which you don't necessarily want either.
Sends low. Lopez goes after it and lands in that back corner.
All right, so that's not Lopez's kill.
And Missouri will inbound it, gets it to Reisma. Bottom left corner, Dowell pressing into the paint. 1-2 step,
take.
1-2 points.
Great take by Shannon Dowell. Flew right around Chavez. And she's up to 20 points now on the night.
16-point game. We'll see what Chavez can do. An awkward go-up turns into an air ball there for Williams. Trying to get in front of it. And swings left for Reisma. Gets it to Jayla Smith. Jayla Smith on the right side, pressing in the paint. Goes left side, Shannon Dowell, Norm Stewart logo. Pressing in the paint, fade away, 2. Gets it, and the foul! Shannon and 1 goes again.
She has been a rare beacon of offense today here for Mizzou. Up to 22 points on 9 of 13 shooting. She's been getting a lot of her and ones today at the basket, but there she's able to convert with a jumper, and will go to the line for one more.
And again, as we said, after starting 1 of 5, has pushed it up a little bit. 2 straight the last time she was at the line, and she misses and 1, but gets her own board back. We'll see if she can do it again. Down 14, 9 minutes left, slowing the pace.
These are the kind of opportunities Mizzou has to capitalize on.
100%. Swings it right side to Lisa Thompson. Thompson, she's got 5 seconds. Long fadeaway 2. Got it! Correction, that was Jayla Smith there on the 2. Now a 12-point game. 6 straight for the Tigers. Verhulst looking for something. Swings right side. Gets it to Beers. Beers, left side, Zaya Van. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Reagan Beers completely outside of the post. Gets it to Kaya Smith inside. And Beers all alone in the post. And those are free points. 70-56. 8 minutes to go.
OU's been able to get some of those one-on-one matchups with Beers against Slaughter, and Beers, I think, has won almost every time.
Jayla Smith keeps it going. Left side and a whistle against. Oh, that's going to be against Oklahoma.
That's going to go against Zaya Van.
And another big break for Missouri. Still a 14-point game. And Mariah Vincent checks out. Jordana Reisma comes in. 70-56, 8:12 to go. Quick inbound, Reisma gets it. Dowell all alone, pressing. Will she get another and 1? She won't, but she'll get the bucket. Oh, no, they give her the and 1.
Yeah, that went in. My good, that was the most acrobatic layup of the night. She barreled right into Beers and did a little up and under dipsy-do off the window.
Shan and 1 keeps it rolling. She'll go to the line. Now down 12. In less than 2 minutes, they've cut the lead down by 6. And make it 7. 70-59.
As the great Clyde Frazier would say, Dowell's been rising and surprising for a lot of tonight.
And a travel on the Sooners.
Wow.
Mizzou gets it back.
Tigers can cut it to single digits here.
Dowell, she'll run with it. Takes her stroll back across South Missouri. Dowell pump fakes, gets it to Reisma. Reisma looking for something, back to Dowell. Dowell thought about the 3. She's still thinking about it, gets it to Reisma instead. Right side, Abby Schreck. She'll go for the 3. Banks off. Beers with the rebound. Long pass, stolen away. Missouri gets it back. Lisa Thompson. Correction, that's Jayla Smith there on the steal. Abby Schreck gets it to Reisma. Reisma spinning, pivoting, gets it to Schreck. Schreck thought about the 3. She's got 15 seconds to work. No need to rush. Right side, Grace Slaughter. Pressing, she'll go in the post. Long shot for Dowell. Fade away. Irons. Oklahoma gets it back. Still an 11-point contest. 7 minutes to go. A tie-up. And it'll stay. It'll be a foul against Dowell as Chavez